forward to. Now, it happened to the Beatles in 1965, but it hasn't happened since that a musical quartet was awarded an MBE. But this particular Fab Four is Irish, and that makes it another first. They've sold 30 million albums worldwide. They're to be heard on pop radio all over the planet. But their new album marks a return to their roots. It's called simply Home. With My Lagan Love, will you welcome, please, the Corrs.
Sing lullaby. There blows a lay fair. When twilight gleam is in her eye, the night is on her hair. Like a lovesick laying in she had my heart in the wrong. Now like have I no liberty with love. And sometimes when the Beatles' horn hath lulled they ache to sleep, I steal onto her ceiling low, and through her door there on the crickets singing stone, she stirs their backward fire and hums inside sweet of the tone, the song of heart's desire. Is from her heart within. Her one kiss is felicity that knows no taint of sin.
Hi. Andrea, you're very welcome.
Thanks.
Good to see you. And Sharon. Congratulations on a couple of fronts too. Caroline, how are you?
How are you?
And Jim. Please make yourselves at home there. A busy week for you guys. Yes, an MBE collectively. Well, you get one each, of course.
Yeah.
When did you get the news that this was going to happen?
We were actually called in May
May.
And yeah, we were asked if we would accept it. So we were offered it back in May. And then we were told to keep it really quiet. So almost by the time it came to last week, we kept it so quiet we'd almost forgotten. But yeah, it was quite surprising, you know, to be offered such an honour from another country. It was really,
Have there
really,
been
really
any
lovely.
begrudges out there saying this is coming from the Queen and you come from a border situation, you know, south of the border? Anyone
No.
cavilling at all about it?
No, we like, well, not to our faces anyway, but no, we've got nothing but a good response to this, you know. I mean, in a sense, you know, it's really, the reason we've got it is because of our contribution to music in England, and that's what we've done, and it's
Charity work as well.
yeah, and our charity work as well. So I mean, for those reasons, it makes perfect sense to us, you know. It's an honour for us. It's a nice thing, you know.
Yeah. What do you do with an MBE then, Jim? I mean,
I don't know, really. We can get married in St. Paul's Cathedral, I think. Well, two of us can, myself and Andrea, not together. These two are already
the other two
married.
are spoken for.
But that's about it, I think. And,
Well, it's a
beyond that, I
nice,
don't
it's
know.
a recognition of your charity work and indeed your musical success. 30 million albums all around the world, and I've been told 1 million albums in Ireland. There is only one other outfit who've done that, and that's you too. So that's, you know, that tells any of those who cavil about you, you know, where to go. Puts it in a context. Good news as well on another front for you, Sharon.
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
When are you due?
I'm due spring.
The
June,
spring.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've already got 2 children.
I have two, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, with all these kids, is it going to be difficult to hold the whole thing together? Or will it be just a duo, Jim and Andrea, touring the world?
I mean, it's obviously, you know, it certainly will change the way that we do things. But, you know, when Caroline was pregnant last year, I mean, she did tour up until 7 months, which is a pretty amazing achievement for a pregnant woman, I think, to be touring Europe and out to here playing the drums. So, I mean, it is very much doable. It's just that you have to very much choose how you do your travelling and how often you do it. So,
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be dragging them out on the road, though. I think that's just too much for kids. I think they need more security than that. But
Yeah.
we'll
It
see.
may, though, put a stop really collectively to your gallop. I mean, is there, do you see, like, the end somewhere down the road for the Corrs collectively?
I don't really see an end. I think life's full of little beginnings for us all over the time. It's something my father says an awful lot. I think people could have seen the end, you know, 9 years ago, but we kept on going on and recording albums. For us, it's always about music. So as long as there's a love of music, there will always be a new
And new
beginning.
things to do. I mean, this particular album, Andrea, the songs, I mean, if you'd told someone 5 years ago that we'd have you on the Late Late Show singing My Lagan Love, they would have said, don't be ridiculous. So where do these songs come from?
Well, I mean, obviously we've always blended traditional Irish music with, you know, essentially pop rock songs. So
There's always a bit of a
is-
session in the middle of your
There
set
always
anyway.
is,
Yeah.
yes. But you know, this is what we've been inspired to write from. It's these songs. It's this music that our parents played, and actually we did find them in our mother's songbook, actually written in her own hand and everything. So you know, there was something that felt like a cyclical thing about it, and you know, going the whole circle back to the beginning, really.
Yeah. And does this mark a kind of a watershed, Jim? Like, are you going to do something entirely different the next time round?
Possibly. This is going very, very well for us, and I think first and foremost we absolutely loved doing this ourselves. It was great and very refreshing for us to try and put our own individual slant on songs that had been done before. So who knows? I'm sure we could well be doing this again. We'll see.
Part
Yeah,
two.
Part two, yeah.
Well, I remember when Jim and Andrea were in on the radio program, we were getting emails from all over Europe saying, I love Irish music, I love the Corrs. Now, putting the two together has been, you know, a dream come true from people in Italy and Slovenia and places like that. So, speaking of travel, your hubby is in the papers these days, Sharon?
That's really... God, it's so funny. I opened up the paper yesterday and there's my husband there. Which is it's an unusual role reversal for us, but he's actually over with the Nile Mellon Township Challenge.
Yeah, we had
so
Niall
he's
and
building
Bishop Tutu
there.
here a couple of weeks back,
Yes,
before they
yeah.
all went out to South
Yeah.
Africa.
So there's 700 of them over this week. So Gavin's labouring again, and I mean, he loves it. I mean, it really gives you a terrific sense of
He's
having
a
given
lawyer, isn't he?
something back. He's a lawyer, yeah.
So he's given the legal profession a good name for a change.
Well, I mean, you know, he's you know, gotten rid of the academic side, and he's literally just labouring, which is, I think, good for everybody to do something totally different, and also, you know, to give so much to people who have so little. So.
And Andrea, you're, I know, in the movies and all that. What's the latest project?
It's a film that directed by Mahesh Mathai, who did Bhopal Express. He's Indian and lovely, lovely man. With Linus Roach and Saffron Burrows. It's called right now The Thread, but I think they might be changing that.
And what part do you play?
It's a supernatural thriller. I play a girl.
Thanks.
Typecasting, I don't know. It's quite a mysterious film, so if I kind of reveal myself, my own role within it, I kind of give away the plot. So, but yeah, it's quite dark.
When will we see it?
Hopefully next year. I mean, they're editing and doing all the post-production now. I mean, we've only just finished it.
And there's a chronicle now of your lives, Jim. Is there a whole record of where you began and
There
where
is
you've come
indeed,
to?
yeah, there is indeed. It's a documentary that was shot by a guy called Kieran Tannum, who travelled around the world with us for about 10 years. So it's some very funny moments in it, some very sad moments in it as well. And it finishes obviously with us receiving the MBEs, so it's certainly worth watching.
It does sound like
embarrassing,
it's very embarrassing.
Well, it goes from the very beginning when we're like dancing and rehearsing in front of these mirrors, so that we're about to go on our first TV show. So we're trying to look right in front of the TV to make sure that we look right, and it's hilarious. It's very much
I'm looking forward to seeing it.
blushing material.
All right. Well, it does sound like this is sort of the end of not even chapter 1, chapter 6 or 7. So let's see what chapter 8 has to bring for the Corrs. Jim and Caroline and Sharon and Andrea, thank you very much for being with us
Thank you.
tonight.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, that is the end of part 1. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time. Don't go away.